aren't enough trees in England these days. Perhaps that's why I like this spot. You're an odd one. A sentinel from an older time. You must feel that bloody breeze as much as I do, no? How do you stand it?
I find a coat does wonders for the breeze.
You heard all that?
Just a bit about the cold, I'm afraid.
You must think me rather daft.
No, but you do seem to be suffering from the draft. Please, sir, can I have another?
I don't think it's entirely fair for you to tease the accent of a native whose country you're visiting.
Yes, well, hello, I'm Raymond Stenton. Becomes a boring introduction after a time. I try to lead with an insult and be nice later. Hello, Raymond Stenton, by the way.
Meredith.
Lovely name.
Thanks.
It, complements your hair very well.
What? That's a bit of a stretch.
I could make another quick about your accent if you want. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. For Mary is the only one I love.
Does this work on every girl?
Just the ones lonely enough to talk to trees.
Well, you were interrupting a perfectly good evening.
I should say the same. What if I wanted to chat up this tree?
Well, I saw it first.
Oh, well, yes, but your tree flirting skills could use some work. The weather is never a good place to start.
Forgive my impertinence, but why are you here?
Ooh, well, you see, every vacation I travel to the highest spot and draw places that look interesting. And then I go there.
Not much of anything interesting here.
Not true. I found a perfectly good conversation, and if you run off, you could always try my luck with the tree.
Well, I'm not sure you'll get very far.
I don't expect to. Trees aren't known for their love of long walks.
You seem to have a quip for everything I say.
I keep a small journal at home with every sentence a stranger might say, and I've memorized a response for each of them. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing up here?
Well, I had a dream that I would meet the love of my life after the world ended, and it rained ash, and I'm looking for a volcano.
Oh, I hear there are lovely tourist attractions around these parts.
Actually, in all seriousness, I was planning on a chat with somebody I haven't seen in a very long time.
You, weren't talking to the tree. I had no idea. I'm sorry.
It's fine, really. You're actually quite charming.
It's nice of you to say, but my ignorance have been terribly rude. You can keep my coat as an apology. Be nice meeting you.
Wait. Don't be daft. Let's do this properly tomorrow. I'll buy you a coffee and return your coat.
Where will we meet?
Let me see your drawings. There. Let's meet there tomorrow at noon and I'll buy you a coffee afterwards.
I'd like that very much, Meredith. You have a good night.
Suppose I should apologize for him. He seemed nice though. Talked a lot of nonsense the way you used to. Things always seem to happen at the most inopportune times. Suppose you know a thing or two about that though, Dr. Bradford Hayes. Great career ahead of him. A loving wife, a daughter, and, well, life never seems to have a happily ever after. Now does it? I've been seeing you in my dreams a lot. Usually you're just walking alongside me, keeping a brisk pace as you lead me along with my hand in yours, like we or I have somewhere to be, and you don't want me to be late. Last night, you were walking me down the aisle, and oh God, I think that was him. The man I was marrying in my dreams. I should be elated, shouldn't I? I mean, he was charming and gorgeous, and here I am, flirting over your grave. I can't even pay pay you the proper respects now that you're gone.
Do you know what kind of tree this is?
Oh, God. Oh, bloody hell!
My daughter would never use such language, nor would she ignore a direct question.
You're...
It's an ash tree. You can tell by the way the leaves grow opposite one another on the stem. Not many tree leaves grow like that. Two like-minded people, each going their separate ways.
Are you? No, you can't be.
I planted that seed myself, in fact, in the place and the spot that I met your mother. You might say it's an astonishing coincidence that Raymond found himself here on the same night you did. Of course, I wouldn't call it providence, but you never believed me when I told you there was more to the world than the people and the things.
I don't.
I've always been fond of trees. Ever since I got sick, I was confined to that pathetic excuse for a garden. Plants can't grow their roots if they're confined to a tiny pot. Your mother enjoyed having her own mint and sage to cook with, of course, but tiny herbs don't hold a candle to the majesty of an ash or a chestnut. Wouldn't you agree?
Father, can I?
No, Pumpkin. I'm afraid not.
Have I lost my mind?
No, you haven't. You've simply been having a rough time coping.
I abandoned you.
A lot of people distance themselves when they're afraid of loss.
You must hate me. You needed me then.
Don't fall into the trap of thinking your own self-loathing is the resentment of others.
I didn't even come to your funeral.
Neither did I. I've always had a habit of overshadowing people. Your mother was a very talented pianist, you know. Gave up that career to raise you. And even on the rare occasions when I was home, I never gave you or your mother the attention you deserved.
No, it wasn't like that, Pa.
It was. Don't put me on a pedestal. I even ruined what could have been your first date with a nice young man.
I came to see you, not
Mary,
him.
don't let your regrets stop you from becoming the woman you're meant to be.
I don't understand how you could possibly forgive me.
I'm not the one that needs to forgive you. And besides, I'm dead. I can't. You'll have to find somebody else to do that for you.
Well, I'm pretty sure Mum's out of the question.
She loves you as much as I do. Give her time. But again, not the person who needs to forgive you.
And who?
You said you had a dream about me leading you down the aisle. Well, I'm terribly sorry I won't be there for you when you do get married. But rest assured, you needn't have my approval for Raymond or anyone else. You have a wonderful heart, and anyone you choose is good enough for me.
Why do you sound like you're leaving?
You don't need me as much as you think you do, Pumpkin.
When will I see you again? Maybe I can come visit from time to time.
I think you'll come to see that the more you find yourself, the more you'll find me.
Oh, wait. I love you.
I love you too, Pumpkin.
You heard all that?
I, left the keys to my hotel room in the coat.
Why not just tell the staff?
I didn't make it that far. I left my wallet in there too, and I just didn't want to come back, but something in the wind told me it'd be okay.
So that's what it was. You were afraid I'd steal your money.
No, just my heart. Sorry, this is a terrible time for that.
It's fine, really. Did you happen to see something? Like,
Anything usual? No, I didn't.
Could you walk me home? It isn't far. I'll return your keys to you then, and your coat too, if I'm feeling generous.
What about my wallet?
Oh, that's mine. You see, I've always wanted a fake ID. I can use it to be whoever I wanted.
Well, you could use it to become Raymond Stetton But I'm not sure to make it much further.
Well, this whole Meredith thing has been working out a great deal lately, so I can at least try to be somebody new.
Well, who do you want to be?
Somebody who forgives. And somebody who isn't compelled to walk to the top of a hill on an already chilly evening while it's windy. Somebody less daft.
Well, I would be honored to walk you home. But you'll have to keep my coat.
But why's that?
We'd have no reason to meet tomorrow if you already returned it.
I think we might be able to find a reason.